Welcome to another edition of In the Divide, where we're sharing all things crypto together with Algorand. Hello, people. Hello. I know. The market is still throwing up on itself. I'm here to let you know everything may be okay. I can't tell you it will because I don't know what your hand is. I don't know what your bag is, but I'm hopefully here to give you some ideas, suggestions. Thank you. I got to get that right. Suggestions. This is not financial advice, but we as a community need to share information, and hopefully those people who are in dire straits because they're holding their bag. Um, you have to kind of reinforce what needs to happen for anyone who's a bag holder. Okay, you're in the red. We got this in the red. But this is what I'm about to show you today. I'm not going to give you a lot of great news, but I'm going to give you some practical things. So hopefully, let me share my screen here. I almost never do this. I'm not a chart person. I understand charts are very good and very necessary, Pacific, but I wanted to bring this Algorand chart in. All right. I'm in the red too. Even if you dollar cost average, if you're in for a long period of time, let's say if you were in 2020, 2019, you were in a very substantial time where Algorand was in one of a good spot. So right here, it was kind of the peak years here in 21. Everyone's feeling good, okay? Everyone's feeling good. Crypto is doing what it's supposed to do. And guess what? Everyone's riding the wave. As you can see here, from that point in time, crypto has fallen slowly and had the bumps and bounces, but it has slowly faded all the way back to lows, the lowest of lows. Low, all-time low. All right. You got to understand, people, at this point in time, you got to understand what is the real market and what is a fake market. Okay. 2021 is an artificial market. All right. What am I telling you with an artificial market? It's the time of COVID. All right. And what happened with COVID and happened with everything with COVID is that they pumped so much money into the system. They gave just money just was slushing through the turnstiles, and everyone had extra. Just everything was going good. It's just the artificial economy propped up all kind of altcoins. Just propped everything up. Bitcoin going to 1 million. Everybody was feeling really good. But this is the reality, people. This is the reality. People who are bag holders understand. A, a lot of times you have to understand what this market is. Stocks and all these things that are investment platforms, it's for you to go in with money that you can afford to lose. Also, when you get into a position where your money has um, you have got an advantage where you've got winnings, you've got access that you need to be able to learn to take profits. And this is what this market is. That's why it's so much resistance when you have something like this really low, people are buying. So if this thing bubbles for somehow and goes and gets on a streak to go to 20 cents, there's going to be selling pressure because the people who bought at 10 cents, they're going to double their money and they're going to take profits. And they should take profit because it doubled. Okay. And what happens is that going to put pressure, selling pressure, and this is the market that you're in. is constant buy pressure and sell pressure. And right now, because the economy is so crappy, that there is just so much sell pressure because the inflation, the uncertainty, the war, it just so much is going on that people are trying to keep themselves in safe assets. Things like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the name. Ethereum is the name, and their market share gives them the ability that people will have confidence that they will be able to endure a big event. Algo is in the position right now to be a great coin in theory, in practice, but we have not yet had the solidification of a really a robust market where we have a solid base of people of the market really continue to increase our total market total value lot. That's what we need, and it's been doing it little by little. If you look at the metrics, our total value lot just continue to go up, but not like other people. And what we need to do, if you are a bag holder, you need to reinforce and understand what you need to do so you will be in the position to keep yourself sane. This is another thing, and this is a good thing about the Algorand. Algorand needs marketing, and I watch a lot of these channels, and pretty much we need we need marketing. We need education. We need people to understand Algorand is one of the better coins, regardless of its position. We need to have this out there.
Pretty impressive, I think, overall. I want to jump to this next clip, which is going to be a good one. This gets into the idea of how Algorand's use case could go into the travel industry. Listen to this one right here.
The travel ticket has been the last financial tool without any secondary market. Finally, we can own our travel ticket, use them as we please, or sell them if we so please. And we want to own, that's my damn ticket, and I can sell it whenever I want. We don't need to be aided by anybody. Unnecessary intermediaries must be obviated. We shall prevail.
If anyone hears from Ticketmaster, take note. He's coming for you.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not.
All right, so this, of course, was in 2022, and the event was around the idea of the NFTs used in the travel industry. TravelX was the project, I should say. They hit a milestone, 1 million passengers right now with their NFT tickets right here on their Twitter page. We take immense pride in announcing over 1 million passengers are already experiencing NFT ticketing technology. And this is really just stuff.
Now, I did something on TravelX maybe a week and a half ago, but this is what Algorand really needs. The community and people out there noticing some of the key points of what Algorand use cases are. And if we can get enough people moving these narratives and creating an understanding that Algorand is not just a ESG coin that what everybody loves to say, the green coin. We're actually out there in use case that we can actually do things that most blockchains are wishing for. There's things that Algorand is ready to do, and is very under the radar because most people are looking at token prices, and the token prices is not something you should necessarily be all that enamored with right now.
When you think about where they've come from, which is just less than a year ago, and they've already started to accelerate and have not really cracked into the major air carriers. So when you see this going into major air carriers, this could be one that is very interesting, especially around ticketing. And they're right. I mean, you heard the host there talk. He was talking to Silvio about the idea of Ticketmaster, because there are some problems with Ticketmaster. We've talked about this before. NFTs, smart contracts, these can help to fix this. Could Algorand be one of the projects that actually goes in and nails it? We'll see. A couple other aspects, if you look at just TravelX's concept here, you'll notice here, let me zoom in on this a little bit. So you can kind of see the NFT ticket concept here, but what is interesting is where these NFTs, new channels could start to become enabled. So new channels, you'll see things like Coinbase, Binance, OpenSea, Amazon, Alibaba, then into ideas around social channel like Instagram, etc. All of those could potentially find their way into these new ways to interact with getting tickets, even into idea of resale. So it starts to change the future of how tickets and travel, and even in some cases, entertainment will be managed. Anything that requires ticketing out there. So I think this is another big one that TravelX is on top of. Another aspect to this, concert ticket turmoil, getting into Ticketmaster, kind of to their point that they were referencing there. There's a couple of points here I wanted to hit on. And this is talking about fans who have to kind of navigate.
See, like I said, this is a thing, like I said, this is the big channel. And this big channel showing the specific use cases that Algorand being in this specific part, how it can fix some of the things that's going on with ticketing, basic ticketing with Livewire, I mean, Live Nation, Ticketmaster, all these things have a secondary market. And if you have a smart contract where you can actually assure the tickets are going to be able to be validated and sold, they're going to be real, that goes into a very high quality assurance, because a lot of scams have been made from these sites to get tickets, and a lot of people is just getting ripped off. They had this thing about the Taylor Swift concert. There's so many fake tickets that was out there that they stopped. They had to shut down one of the sites where they was not accepting new ticket swaps. So it's a mess out there in the ticket game. But if Algo can prove, which I think they're proving with TravelX, the necessity of a smart contract now with dealing with ticketing. And not only that, I'm pretty sure it's going to be more efficient and more secure, and it's going to save them money. This is just almost a no-brainer. Once you see the airlines getting into it, which I believe the airlines like those no-frill airlines, they'll probably be the first to jump on it, like a Spirit airline or no-frill airline. They'll be one of the first ones, because they always trying to figure out how to cut a buck and get you to pay an upgrade for this and that. So if they can start using NFT, I think that goes where the market's going to open up. The last thing I want to show you that was from here, and this is basically I gotta do it right here.